All right, people, Catfish Dave here. We don't have long today. It is about 2:30. It's dark at 5:30. I want to be back here at 5. A full moon comes up about 4:50, and I know that's going to kill the bite. Either way, I spent the first part of the day running around chasing gizzard shad. I managed to catch a few bags of these Fort Loudon sized gizzard shad, and I got some bigger gizzard shad even in the other cooler. I separate them in sizes, and I started putting this paper towel in there with them, because I noticed you put these things in the bags, and after a while they're floating in all this juice and they're getting soft. So I'm letting the initial juice get off these shad here. See if I can keep them from being so slimy. Either way, here we are, Cherokee Lake. Let's go ahead and get out here. I will watch the graph pulling out of this creek. It is December of the year. It's very cold. Highs right now are about 40, I guess. Looks like water temps are 49 degrees. That will be the coldest water I have fished all year. We got to go slow through here. It is a no-wake zone. They don't want you waking in this particular zone right here. So we're going slow. I'm not seeing much yet on the graph. This is a brand new DJI microphone kit. The other one lasted me about 6 months. That's all I get out of them. They're pretty much, well, they're made over there, so they don't seem to care. Just keep paying and paying for the same old stuff over and over and over. Either way, not seeing a lot out here yet. I have caught fish right here in this little cove before. I have seen a couple fish on the graph, and that's good. Man, there's so many times you don't even mark them at all because it's they're down in the mud all day. And I have seen a couple signs of life. So we're got something moving around out here anyway. Let's go ahead and throw some baits out here. We're going to move around this, just outside of this couple of creek channels here. These old small shad. That's what we're using, man. That's what we're using. Should I cut the tails off them or should I not? I doubt it. I'm not going to cut no tails off them. I'm just going to throw them. They're fresh. They were squirming around just a couple hours ago. I got some new rods in the boat. These are the new Chasing Outdoor rods. I got a Hellcat rod. These rods have been really bad luck, and I have not got a good fish on them in like 3 trips. Any better fish I'm catching on my old rods, and I'm trying to change that. I don't have to let a lot of line out because, well, we will not be getting any deeper than what we are right now. 38 foot here. No wind. Hey, this is great, man. It's cold, but there's no wind. And I'm all about no wind. The only thing I don't like about these old shad that I'm using is them small shad, man. They just come off the hook so easy. The bones are softer than what a big shad is. And you can hook them right through the skull and they still come off the hook. You know, if you start getting some channel cats or smaller blue cats banging on them, they work if the fish will just go ahead and eat it and not bang at it. We're going to drag all 5, man. Increase our odds the most of catching something. I've got plenty of shad, so I'm not worried about running out of bait. I tell you what, I might grab them on my bigger. See that hook right there? I'm trying to catch a decent fish on that. Some old guy sent me that. Guy calls himself Size Matters Catfishing. So let me grab a bigger shad for that one. Pretty good size hook there. There's a better one. I'll maybe cut the tail off it. Like that. Such a big hook there. We'll throw a bigger shad on there. I've caught a fish on this hook, just some old dinky blue cat, but I want to catch a real fish. There goes my dag blasted phone. I want to catch a real fish on this hook. Sometime, just to see how it acts. And I've already got hooks that work great. This is one of those deals where a guy on your Facebook sends you a hook and he wants you to catch a fish on it. Those Chasing Outdoor hooks work phenomenal. There's a fish, look. So they are moving. Good, that's good, that's good, that's good. We just might catch something out here, even though we don't have a lot of time. This lake is hit or miss, and when you miss, you really miss. And when you hit, I've never caught numbers here like I do in the Tennessee River, but I think my best day here, I'd catch 15 or 16 fish. A good day here is if you catch 1 fish, but you have a shot at, you know, better fish here. 30 pounders, 40 pounders, occasional 50s. More so than you do in like Fort Loudon Reservoir or Watts Dinky Bar Reservoir. It's a lot easier to catch fish there, but it's harder to see those 30 pounders and 40 pounders. Here, if you hit, you can hit big. And that's why I like it. I'd probably take a chance in getting skunked about 1 in 4 trips on this lake. I probably catch fish 3 out of 4 trips. And I haven't caught any big fish yet this year. I've been on it 3 times. And the biggest I've caught are close to 30 pounds, 30-something pounds. I think maybe the biggest one went about 36, 37 pounds. No big ones yet this year in this lake. But if you keep fishing this lake, that will change. If you only had a lake to fish 1 time, I sure wouldn't do it here. But if you live around here and you got time, it's a good lake to put time on. You know, if you strike out, well, you ain't far from the house. This old Hellcat rod. It's a lot heavier than my Chasing Outdoor rods. It's also thicker. There we go. This will be the first time I have used shad on this lake this year. I've been using skipjack. And actually, the 2 biggest fish I caught on white bass back in November. But here we are, man. It's December. The water's even colder. And they tend to like that shad in cold water. I'm going to go ahead and grab me a couple of hot hands, put in the old pockets. I get what they call the super warmers, which are the larger size. Make sure it says super warmer on there. Otherwise, you got to put 2 in each pocket. This way I can get by putting just 1 in each pocket. Air activate. There we go. We're good to go there. Good to go there. All we got to do now is come up with a fish. If I catch 1 good fish, I'll be happy. If I catch 3 fish, I'll be real happy. Due to limited time, I wonder if I shouldn't pull about 0.9 and really cover this thing. I've caught plenty of fish going 0.9 miles per hour. You know, in the wild, when these blue cat chase down a shad, I'm sure that shad can run 0.9. I'm sure it can run much faster. So let's go ahead and bump up to 0.9 today, because we have very limited time, and these fish can be hard to find. I have seen a couple fish on the graph so far. These back rods, when you're pulling one without a planer board, they have a different action. Some days you get most of your bites on that, because you can see these rods here are pretty steady, but this one here is doing this bouncing stuff. It just gives it more action. Some days they won't touch this rod. Some days the only bite you get will be on this back rod. So, hey, that's what I do. Now, when I run this back one and I'm running braided line, I like a softer rod back there, because when those fish hit, they slam it. And too much of a dead stop can just pull a circle hook right out of one's mouth. I like the stiffer ones on my boards. I've got that 45-degree angle in the line, or whatever angle that is. It's an angle. There's a few suspended fish together. That's probably stripers. Looks like 6 of them together. Okay, here's a mark here, 33 feet. I am seeing life on the screen. Oh. Channel cat. Channel cat, there's a fish right here. I'm climbing up onto this point right here. And now that fish was in front, but it's not a big blue cat, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm going to try to get a couple boards really shallow up here on the bank. Channel cat bite. Look at here. Getting a lot of bites coming off this point, just small fish. Oh shoot, that was a hard bite, and he come off. Gosh dang, that was a hard bite. I'll bet you that was a striper. Bet you it was, because I'm seeing them on my graph. Yanked my shad right off there. That was a fast bite. That was a striper. Well, all right, y'all. Almost an hour out here, and the best bite was most likely a striper. Other than that, some channel cat. No sign of any blue cat. I should really be checking every single one of these baits, especially that one over there that's been hit so many times. Anytime you go through a bunch of channel cat like that, man, you could be pulling 4 or 5 rods without bait. It's very cold. I'm very cold. And I've got another coat I should put on, because the wind is starting to blow a little now. And it is cutting right through what I got. Okay, old size matters hook. With that one better size shad on there, got a little nibble. Those bigger shad are just better bait, but I don't want to use my bigger shad on a day when I've only got 2 hours to fish. I'd rather save them, give them a better opportunity. Oh, we got a bite on the hellcat. We got a bite there. There we go. We hooked up there. I seen fish on the graph coming right through there. We got another nip right over here. This is probably a smaller blue cat. Would be my guess. Yeah, I seen a little life on the graph and got tapped on twice. Definitely got to be a blue cat here, which is what we're looking for. There's another one right there. So, and I'm pulling 0.9. Let me slow down a little bit here. Try 0.7. I was trying to cover some dead water because we don't have time out here. We got the skunk out of the boat. He's staying down pretty good. Come on over here. Where are you at? Where are you at? There he is. He's not a bad fish. Got mud all over him. Wrapping my line all up there. Well, we've seen one out here. Y'all, this hellcat rod might be a little too stiff for the back. It's an extra heavy, so I may be better off with dropping down a size. Yeah. Actual blue cat. Good. There we go. Skunks out of the boat. About an hour and 10 minutes into the trip. That is one cold catfish right there. Yeah. Woo! All right, y'all. Nothing to do but get comfortable. Wish it was warmer, but it ain't. See how much time we got. That full moon's gonna be up at 4 or something. So we don't have long to pull this off. Even though it don't get dark till after that, once that full moon comes up, I just don't have a lot of faith in it. It's a big old moon. We caught that fish going 0.9, so if they'll hit going that fast and we cover more water. All right, y'all, we're going to get a taste for the shallower water here. We're going to pull back into this creek here. We didn't score no numbers out there on that flat, so it's either this or the channel, or we're in the wrong section of river. There's a bite, old channel cat. It's the first bite we've had in here. So far, the creek ain't producing much. One channel cat bite. Channel cat, channel cat. That was that size matters catfish hook. They like them bigger shad. You think a channel cat would like a smaller shad, but that's the one they keep nailing. It seems to me that the water temps are getting colder. Well, I know they are. We went from 50 out there to 49.78 back here. It just keeps getting colder the shallower I get, so probably not going to see much back here. Well, all right, y'all. When I put the boat in, it was 49 degrees. When I got out into the river, it was 50 degrees. As I'm coming back in here, it's getting colder, so I would say this is not the ticket. We've burned up 2/3 of our trip so far. Now, I usually don't do well in deep water this time of year, but that don't mean I won't today. So the last part of the trip here, let's just reel everything in. Let's go out to the channel and let's fish deep. We've actually caught one fish in around 30 foot out there, and like I say, the shallower we get, the colder the water gets. So let's head to the main channel. I typically don't catch them in the channel this time of year, but hey, there's not a lot going on up there. So we're going to ride around out here, see what happens. All right, y'all, we're just going straight up the channel here. Last 30, 40 minutes of the trip here by the time we got set up. And keep in mind, that full moon's going to be up here soon, and that's just going to kill it. It's probably already killing it, if you want to be totally honest. All right, y'all, my finger's just numb all down right through here. Woo! I've got another coat I could put on. I hate that thing, it's so noisy, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on because, man, I'm getting really cold. Just another layer here. All right, y'all, I went ahead and put another layer on. I was about to die out here. Hands going numb all through here. Possible fish. There's a bite, And we hooked up. Smaller. Oh, and he come off. We did hook a smaller blue cat right there. Right at the top of that flat. Or that ledge there. Well, we had a shot at another one. It was a blue cat, he just wasn't real big. There's a bite. There we go. So they are out here. Don't feel like no big one though, but it's a blue. Stay on the outside of that board there, if you will there, sir. He's going right into it. I'm going to let this out, and I'm going to let him just chill out there. See if I can't get that board to drift past. Try not to get hung up here when we don't have a lot of time. He still might get me. Here comes this catfish boat. He's looking for fish everywhere. And I'm out here just hooking fish. He's leaving me waves looking for fish, and the fish are right here. There's another one on the graph right there. I'm gonna come back out here tomorrow and fish this. It's a blue cat, we'll take it. Mud all over that fish. They're running out here. Hold still there. Pose in the camera there. No big ones yet, but at least we're seeing fish on the ground. That ledge is rough. That board over there is going over it now. It's just a rough ledge. There's a bite. And we hooked up. All right, he's not a big one either, but it's a blue. He's gonna get in this line I just threw out, I believe. He's a small one, but it's a blue. They're definitely in the deeper water. I'm sitting in 50 foot. See if I can keep them up out of that line. Y'all, I've got these new rods in the boat and they just don't catch fish. They've got the bad juju. This makes like 4 trips in a row now. I can't hardly get nothing on them. This old feisty old blue cat here. I believe he's got this line because it's not tightening up. Get up there. Let's see if he's got it. Time to pull him in here. Come on. Don't, now he's in that back one. He got it. He got it. He got the back one. You sucker. You sucker. Right here at the end of the day, got me tangled up here. Look at there. Look at there. Look at there. It's on the old rod too. These new rods can't catch a fish, y'all. Doubled up here. Yeah, that catfish boat, they rode all up around here, scanning this and scanning that, and they took off. We're doubled up here. Doubled up and tangled up at the same time. Come on in here. Yeah, I had a lot of line out because I didn't know what we were coming into upriver, so I put it out there. We're doubled up here. Ain't no big fish, but we found some fish. Some actual blue cats. This is the smaller of the two. This one's got some strange black mark on top of his head. Huh. Yeah. Old blue key. Hey, we'll take it. It's action out here. All right, y'all. Old fish got me a mess here in my back rod. Keep spinning it up, make it worse. Make it worse there. If I can get him in like this. Yeah, we have got a mess here. Look at the mud. That fish is, you see the mud down. That fish has cut himself up somewhere. You see the mud on these fish. That's what they do this time of year. But we got 3 baits out right now and 2 tangled up. And not a lot of time left, so see if I can fix this in a reasonable amount of time. Well, all right, y'all. Still no big fish on this lake. This will be trip number 4 this winter. And we spent 2/3 of the time in the wrong place, which is where I usually catch them this time of year. They were not there. We caught 1 up there. And by the time we got set up out here, yeah, we had about 40 minutes to fish. Had a shot at 4, at least we're getting action. It is what it is. It's better than getting skunked, which can happen on this lake, so I'll be happy for what I got. I do have bait now, so now I can come back and get an early start and really have time to fish this thing. And I know now to start out deep, so either way, another day on Cherokee Lake. This is a video. There was some fish in the video. That makes the fishing video. This is Catfish Dave with another one, signing out.